Good morning, dudes. It is 5:43 a.m. I got about halfway through. I was working on Starseed transmissions, and I was working on the transmissions for the reading from yesterday, entitled Jealous Liars Sabotagers Are Out. The saboteurs, too. The real psychic is in. Now everyone's satisfied with the replacement. So while I was working on that, and I was watching a lecture about Viking pagan gods in Britain, and so that's our soul school, free soul school here. Homework is watching that lecture, and I'll link it in the comment section of this reading. And this reading originated on YouTube. If you don't feel comfortable clicking my links, I totally get it. I promise I'm not nefarious linking. But I also have the title of the videos that I link to, and you can copy the title and paste it into the search on YouTube and the video will pop up. So let's talk about, let me find something. Let me see if I can find some cards to look at. Spirit wants to talk. I'm just going to give you, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pop tarot cards for visual representation and for readers' own interpretations. While I say this, and then right when I put this down, this card slid down and fell off. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. Okay. So I wrote down it just came in real quick, what Spirit wants me to talk about. All right. So Spirit, like when I say the word spirit, source, God, your ancestors, the force, aliens, whatever you call it, they're this. It's all the same. Spirit's trying to activate Sonder. And Sonder, it sounds kind of like duh, but somebody might watch a bird show or something. But it's very profound. So I pulled up the Urban Dictionary definition of Sonder. So Sonder, S-O-N-D-E-R. Briefly, the realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. Originally from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, which has a lot more beautiful, and it kind of goes like that. Urban Dictionary, Sonder. The realization that there aren't any main characters in the world, and everyone has a complex life, thoughts, crushes, relatives, dreams, and mind just as your own. Essentially, my computer just turned off. While you're the main character of your life, you're a background character in someone else's life. And so Spirit is trying to get people, maybe even famous people, maybe even politicians, maybe even bosses, maybe even the peanut gallery I hear, to understand Sonder. There are no main characters in the world. Everybody's life is just as important and as complex. And when Sonder happens, that goes, with it comes the death of the ego. And so, all right, now here's what I see. There's another really great clip where it's like the story of Anfim, a medieval child. I think that it's Trey the Explainer. That's the channel. And I will also link that. And part of our problem, weird, look what just appeared out of nowhere. New love. Part of our problem as human beings right now is we think like today we are the smartest and most enlightened we've ever been. And then tomorrow we're going to be even more smarter and even more enlightened. But that's not the truth. It kind of goes up and down with time. And people in the past were way more spiritually in tune than we are now. So we tend to think people of the past were less intelligent. And that's just not true. And so somebody may be really looking at something like that. All right, so now Spirit wants to talk about, I hear cult of personality, I hear branding, the Vikings, scary, yeah, oh my God, the most ruthless fighters I hear everywhere is understanding the truth now, okay? So just think of like the reputation the Vikings have. They'll come in and kick your ass. Yeah. They're to be the most feared. Yeah. Well, you know what happened was the Vikings made an excellent brand for themselves. Now, we're acknowledging that these were fierce warriors. They were hardcore. But let's also keep in mind who they were attacking. So it's always like somebody may instantly do a poof, a mind's changed. I see it from this other point of view, something like that. So the Vikings would go and pillage monasteries. Look at that. The Vikings come and get you. They would go and attack the most passive people, taking candy from a baby. The Vikings did attempt to come to, I hear, the Americas, and attempted to start doing the same thing to Native American tribes. I hear coastal union. And guess what happened? The Native Americans kicked their fucking ass, scalped their red hair, and the Vikings never came back. They attacked an admiral foe. I hear that. Rather than taking candy from a baby that they were used to doing, they attacked the wrong people. And their own ego got ahead of them. We can just go and do this job. It'll be so easy. They fucked with the wrong doves. So something like that happened with a collective. It's like, I keep hearing cult of personality. Yeah, you're the weirdos. Now keep in mind, I love the Vikings. I love Viking stuff. But anybody's reputation, somebody might have, I hear Joan Jett, I don't give a damn about my reputation. It's like somebody saw, and I hesitate to say a certain tribe, because in the United States there's all sorts of Native American tribes, but I hear tribe, I hear trivet. Some tribes kept to themselves, a lot of tribes interacted with each other. Okay, I'm channeling, so anything I say is part of your message. So somebody may see something from a different point of view. They may see, I hear Scrappy-Doo. They may see, Scooby may see Scrappy-Doo. Okay. So there's that message. Yeah, and then they said, oh my God, get in these boats. No, let's go back and hit up those monasteries again. No, we're not gonna fuck with, yeah, we're out of here now. No, we're not gonna try to pillage these tribal people. No, they're scary. That's what the Vikings were saying. But when the Vikings came back, did they say, we got our ass kicked? No, of course not. They went and raided some more passive people. So there's some ego lesson in that. All right. And then the next thing is the death of the ego, manipulation, and surrendering. So part of your awakening is going to be probably several deaths of the ego. If you think of the ego kind of like a plant, I'm looking at this, it'll grow back. If you don't be mindful of your spiritual practice, and then you'll start believing your own hype, and then you'll start inserting your ego dick into your own mouth, and there you are. Yeah. And Spirit says, death of the ego. So we have a lot of people literally sucking their own ego off constantly. These are people who refuse to surrender. They will say, I'm just gonna like juggle this. I'm just gonna work this out so it somehow works out in my way, in my way. I'm gonna just like, no, I'm just gonna like, oh, it's just a little bit of a lie. Yeah, I'm just gonna a little bit of a lie it. I'm just gonna, well, the highest good, yeah, this like thing I shouldn't be doing, I can justify it because in the highest good, yeah, that's manipulating. That is not surrendering. And surrendering doesn't mean not doing anything. Surrendering means stop manipulating. Because when you manipulate and try to get things, if it makes you feel a little grody, you're manipulating. And with that comes anxiety. It comes the person, there's somebody who has lied to a whole bunch of people and all their balls have just come, that they've constantly been juggling, are just falling down. I see dishes breaking. There are some people who will never stop manipulating. They don't do the spiritual work. They live in Grossville. You got ripped into Healdville, pole vaulted, I hear. A pole vaulting might mean something. Into Healdville. You have done self-care, self-contemplation. And there are so many people who are almost there. They're like, so we have Grossville, low vibrational Grossville, then the river, and then high vibrational Healedville. And to get out of Grossville, you get sent on a spiritual awakening and a cleanse. And you have to, in the end, you're going to have to swim across the river and get to Healedville. And everybody in Healedville cannot help you swim across the river. It's a solo thing that you have to do all by yourself. So there's a lot of people who existed in Grossville when you started your spiritual awakening, and you changed vibrations. You ascended up in vibration. You took in the knowledge. Your mind can comprehend it. And you changed vibrations. We're like vibrating beings. So if you think like a refrigerator with magnets, all those magnets were your friends. And you all kind of low vibed together. And then you change vibrations and ascend up. But some of your friends, most, like pretty much guaranteed none of your friends, ascended up in that group. And all those magnets, your new vibration, those magnets don't stick to your fridge anymore. They just don't work. And they just fall off. And so you might instantly not resonate with lower vibrational people anymore. It'll kind of like turn you off even. And you could be like, how in the world did I ever like, it'll be almost instantaneous. How did I ever resonate with these people? Like, this makes me feel gross. I don't like this. It's because you're getting drawn toward Healedville. And all these like mayors of Grossville, here's sword play. Love it in Grossville. So that's what goes on energetically. And so it can feel very lonely. You can feel like, I don't want to hang out with these people, but I don't have anyone to hang out with. And it's because you are changing vibrations. You're doing cleansing and healing yourself. If you got FOMO, just understand there is nothing more important than your own self-care. There is nothing more important than you getting to Healedville. Whatever you may have FOMO about, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter. It's not that fun. What is ready for you in Healedville is 1 billion times better. I hear, keep my eye on the prize. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. Eyes on the prize. Hold on. All right. So, what Spirit wants to remind everybody is, you can't fool Spirit. All this anxiety that you feel, all this is a lot of times because you won't surrender. And I'm talking, you is like the collective. And you might even be like fucking shit up for yourself. All right, somebody might be figuring out how to price art. Here's the deal about how to price art. I will listen to these forums in Etsy of people. How do I price this art? And somebody would always come in with some sort of formula. Take however many hours it took you to make it, times it by however much you want to make an hour, then double it because you want to do wholesale, and there's your price. Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do as an artist. And here's why. A formula doesn't work for art like it would for maybe like retail or whatever. And here's why. I could spend 1,000,000 hours making a work of art. It does not mean it's worth $1 million. Art is worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. And so if you put yourself in a little formula bubble, you may be shooting yourself in the foot. Because that's where it's really important to learn about Banksy, the artist Banksy. He perfected the concept of perceived value. Art is worth what people will pay for it. And then you give people a reason why they should buy it. And if Banksy had stuck to that formula, well, let's think it out. He has a big quality piece of paper that, if you really want to go big with it, maybe he got a really hoity-toity one that he paid $20 for. He's got some stencils and some spray paint. Another $8, $10. Yeah. Okay. It took 5 minutes? No, it took longer. See, people need to give outsider art respect. He had to create the stencil, cut it out. So, let's say the whole thing, with however long it took him to spray it on the paper, he got $100 into it. Yeah, we all know his artwork can sell for millions of dollars. If he would have only gone by that formula, which doesn't work for art, he'd be making $300. And so, as an artist, you have to give people a reason why they should buy your art. So, and that can be all sorts of ways. Your vibe, who you are. It can be your life story. It can be your mission. It can be what you do with your art. It can be all of the above. But it shouldn't be a formula. Art is worth what people will pay for it. All right. Tower. The all-seeing eye. Isn't that... Look at it. The all-seeing eye. You can't fool spirit. The all-seeing eye. Now, this deck, I didn't know I was going to use this deck. And the Tower card doesn't usually have the all-seeing eye on there. All right. So there's the message. I'm going to put, and then I hear Hofton was here. Somebody may have made a wish on a shooting star once in their life. Spirit never forgot you. The Fool, a brand new adventure. So I'll put the video about the Viking pagan gods in Britain. I'll put a video about Omphim, a medieval child. And there was one more that popped in my head. I'm channeling right now, so it's... All right. I keep looking at this tarot deck. So the videos will be down in the comment section. That's the Soul School seminar. All right. somebody's ready to make an offer. Here comes a deal, a gift. Somebody may allow somebody around their children, something like that. All right. Next message. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, somebody's all excited. Okay, here it is. Let's see. I want to show how this all... That card is there, and those cards are all on that deck. So this is right by the keyboard. The Empress. Somebody may be contacting the Empress. That color green might mean something. I see that's her dress. That's the color I'm wearing right now. All right. Let's see this. All right. We have the King of Swords, the Fool, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. Somebody's doing a brand new thing to help somebody who's done all the work. And they've done damn good work. This person may be exhausted. Okay. I picked up the deck and this stayed down. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody's been watching for a long time. All right. They see the harvest. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Brand new thing. All right. There's the message. Have a good day. Peace out.